Hi everybody, it's Tammy here from Yarn Love Studio in Hope, BC. I thought I'd make a little video here to show you how to cast on in case anybody wants to knit along with me. So, we've got a ball of yarn, the yarn away from us, the tail coming towards us, and I'm going to teach you the long tail cast on. So you need to have a tail about, let's leave a tail about 2 feet long. So you're going to drape the yarn over your thumb and your pointer finger, your index finger, like that. And then you're going to use the rest of your hand to grab the 2 tails that are coming down. So you're going to drape the yarn over, and then you're going to grab that tail and that tail in your hand. So you end up with this triangle kind of shape here. Okay? So the way that we start our cast on is we hit it right in that slingshot area, come down, scoop the yarn at the thumb, twist our hand so that we get the yarn over, come through that hole, and there we go, we've got our first 2 stitches cast on. Now to continue, if you're holding your needle up like this, you've got the tail coming towards you, the other piece of yarn off the ball. So you put your 2 fingers, split that here with your thumb and your index finger. They come up the middle, and you grab those 2 tails. So now what you're going to do is you're going to bring the tip of your needle towards you, and you're going to scoop the loop up off your thumb. Twist your hand, get the yarn over, loop off, and use your thumb to pull it taut. Okay? Some people like to long tail cast on with 2 hands. It's possible if you can't get that one hand working for you. What you do then is you get the loop started on your thumb. So that's sort of the same as the start of the one-handed method, but then you get your other hand in here to do the yarn over, pass the loop off, and pull it taut. So that's exactly the same, but it's not as fast as the slingshot with one hand. So if you can master that, you're laughing. So we'll put a few stitches on here. And then I want to show you something. So when you cast on like this, one of the hardest things in knitting is to get your gauge or your tension correct. And so in this cast on, you can see that the stitches are not entirely evenly spaced. We've got a big space here, we've got some stitches crammed up on each other there. So in order to avoid that, because this cast on edge, in most things that you make, you're going to see that edge. That's going to be one of the finished edges of your piece. So you want that edge to look as nice as it can. So a tip that I've got for you is when I cast on always with 2 needles. So I do the exact same thing as what I showed you. So got the tail towards me, the ball to the yarn away from me, just laying it over those 2 fingers, grabbing the tails, and then hitting it in the slingshot, scooping that loop, twisting my hand to get the yarn over, dropping the loop off my thumb, and then pulling it taut. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to continue on, but I'm going to just try to snug those stitches right up to each other. not leave any gap in between them. And in doing that, I'm kind of using that second needle as a spacing gauge so that I get my stitches all exactly the same width apart. So let's cast on 24 stitches. So to count stitches, you can just separate them a little bit on the needle here and slide them along. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. And we just continue. Get our hand up there, splitting the yarn, doing that loop, over, pull it taut. Loop, over, pull it taut. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so 24 stitches on the needle. And then what we're going to do is we'll just pull one of the needles out. And then we've got 24 kind of loose stitches on here with a lot of, they're long stitches right now. But as we work them, they'll get spread out, and that extra needle will act as a gauge to just perfectly evenly space them. Now we're ready to knit.